Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and especially rising sign, June of 2023. It's going to bring you some really positive career and reputation developments and some exciting developments in your love life as it pertains to committed love stories, either with an existing partner or it could even bring in something new. I'm getting a lot of good vibes though for you for sure when it comes to some successful career outcomes. Let's get into that. And as we get ready to go, if you're new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian, whole sign house astrologer using the Western tropical zodiac. I love the minor asteroids. If you subscribe and like, you're going to learn a lot about the 24,000 asteroids in the sky that have been named over the course of all of my videos, which I put out every month. This month, we're not doing the moons in these little mini videos of the new and full moon during the month because I have long videos about that every month. If you're new to my channel, check out my Patreon community where you can get all of this ad content you're seeing now ad-free every month, all of my videos. Go to Patreon early access with no ads, as well as 2 monthly meetings. And I have a Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, weekly forecast information from me privately that no one else gets, but also you have a bunch of discount codes and early bird opportunities that no one else gets unless they're subscribed to either Patreon or my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. Let's get going, let's get started, and let's get discussing things. First of all, we're going to talk about the big picture news stories, and then we're going to narrow them down. Number one, and then we're going to do the blow by chronology. Number one, Mars is the lord of your sky, meaning he's the ruling planet of your sign, Scorpio. It's not Pluto, it's a modern tradition. The ancients have Mars as your ruler. I think you need to listen to that because it's actually going to be more accurate for your predictions. With Mars as your ruling planet in his feminine sign of Scorpio, it takes you should be noting that something special is going to happen here. Mars has been in your 10th house of reputation and career and purpose ever since May 20th, and he leaves on July 10th. And during that transit, Venus will join him in the month of June. She arrives to catch up with him on June the 5th. And she's not going to actually touch him. He's going to follow him, and she never really reaches him, but they dance together in your career house from June the 5th to July the 10th. This is a wonderful and exciting energies. First of all, you could definitely fall in love or have an affair with somebody in your work and career space. That's very possible just with the Venus transit, let alone Mars up there. But the other meaning of this Venus transit is more important, is that she's going to be there for 4 months. This never, ever happens. And she's joining the Lord of your sky during the beginning of this transit. So between June 5th and October 9th, Venus will glow you up totally in your love, in your career and reputation space. You can be raises, promotions, more popular. Women love you in the career space. Your reputation is on the ascendancy. You're more visible than you normally are. You're more popular. And it's definitely nothing but goodness here. And as that's going on over the next 4 months, of course, the beginning of that is the Lord of your skies meeting with Venus here, or they're cohabitating your 10th house. You may make a change of job, change of career, or change of direction of some sort. Mars is about change. And if you do make a change, leave your job, quit your job, find a new job, Venus makes sure you have a landing on an amazing new space, a better job, a better place to go. This is positive. It can't be anything but, because Mars is up there guarding the space, and Venus, the benefic, is going to join him. Now, even if you were arguing with your boss, colleagues, or coworkers, or feeling like you need to cut out, then when Venus gets here on June the 5th, add 4 months, you may soften it all up and say, no, stay. Just ask for that raise you really want, or whatever. So if you want to ask for a raise or a promotion, this is your window to do it. You will definitely succeed during this transit at getting what you want in your career space to happen. Next of all, Mercury will move into Gemini, and Mercury will be here in his own sign of Gemini from June the 11th to the 27th, after having been in the sign of Cancer, your 9th house, where he's helping you with foreign lands and foreign travel. I know a lot of Scorpios who did some foreign lands and travel during Mercury, patron of travelers, during that transit, but now he comes into your, sorry, did I say that right? No, sorry. Bonk. That's what happens when you're on the 9th or 10th video of the day, back to back. Exit what I just said because I'm not going to say it all again. I apologize. Mercury was moving through Taurus, your marriage house, and contracts and negotiations and legal matters for 2 months. Okay. And now he moves into Gemini. So when he was doing all that 12th, 7th house thing, a lot of communication, correspondence with audience, clients, customers, your marriage partner, a lot of conversations were going on, a lot of talking was happening, probably. And now Mercury is moving into your eighth. Okay, so eighth house is chunky money, and this is news. This is also good for buying stocks, selling stocks, getting a mortgage, securing a mortgage, selling a property, doing well with all of those things. But also some news can develop here. Now you have the sun in this part of your chart, and that could be money coming from a father or father figure, and that can include inheritance. It's not the most inheritance-y transit I've ever seen, but you need to be aware of that. And that is June 11th to the 27th. Also, Pluto has stationed retrograde, and he will go into movement on the 11th of June into Capricorn. Now, this is your third house, where he's been for a long time, since 2008. He had hiatus into your fourth house of property, home, land, and real estate. The long haul of that 20 years is you're going to be quite successful financially through the fourth house, including inheriting quite a bit of money, probably from a family of origin member. But with this back end into your third house, it's a time, as a Scorpio rising especially, where things are going to be reactivated to do with short distance travel, the online world, marketing, merchandising and selling, communicating, writing, and siblings. And you're going to go back into some story regarding those themes of your life until January of next year. Finally, Saturn will retrograde on June the 17th by stationing at 7 degrees of Pisces. Now, Saturn has only been here since March, and he's going to be here till March of 2026. First time he's been here in 30 years, so it's a big story in your chart. This is your children, romance, fertility, entrepreneurial house. If you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, Saturn will give you the determination to do it and have your own business, and this will be true. If you're a creative, Saturn will give you the perseverance to, publish the book, finish the songs, get the album out there, whatever you're doing. Saturn gives you the hard work needed to make your creations real, especially with Neptune, especially if you're a musician or an artist. This is your next 3 years window of potential success. Saturn will dampen your joy and play and pleasure. You're working hard instead of having fun, but you're being creative in your hard work. Secondly, with this transit, fertility can be dampened. Now, it's a tricky one because, Saturn is like, children can feel hard, raising your kids can feel hard, and fertility may be sort of squashed a bit for a while. Just keep that in mind, because now that Saturn's retrograding backwards here, starting on the 17th, you may go back over some old ground on a creative project, revise a creative project, restart an older business. One of your children may come back to you if they're already denested and want to, spend some more time with you. There's backward movement in fifth house matters starting on June 17th, and that will last for about 4 months. Moving into another story where we talked about the big picture stuff. We're going to go through the minutia of the month bit by bit for you today, okay? In the very beginning of the month, you're going to experience Venus, we all will, trining Neptune. This is a very positive transit on June 2nd and June 3rd. This energy is Venus, the goddess of luck and money, and opportunity in the house of foreign lands, book publishing, third marriages, and father figures. Also a Lakshmi and wealth house, and she flows to Neptune in your creativity house. Your book gets picked up by an agent. Your song gets distributed. You get a great deal or some positive inspiration, some kind of prosperity from a creative project can be emerging in your sky at this time. Then Mercury will conjunct Uranus. It's unexpected, inciting, sudden, shocking surprise and news on the 3rd and 4th of the month, but it is positive. Now, you've had this kind of shocking energy happen once a year since 2018, but this time with the addition of Jupiter and North Node in your 7th house of marriage, this is really more positive. A legal agreement, contract, offer, negotiation can happen around this time. Your marriage partner suddenly proposes marriage. Your marriage partner has some exciting sudden news, like long-term monogamous partner is what I mean. And this is happening again on the 3rd and 4th of the month. With Jupiter, it's got the word opportunity written all over it. Is it coming at you from a teacher, a guide, a marriage partner, or is it something just legal and it's going to be very favorable for you? Because at the same time, you have Venus in the house of courts, so it can be very auspicious around legal outcomes and legal matters, but surprisingly positive developments, like the judge awards you all the money. It can also be very auspicious for long-term relationships, especially if they involve foreign shores and lands, and some surprising developments here as well. So hardship in the sky, but only short-lived on the 5th and 6th of the month of June. And that's going to be Venus will oppose Pluto. Venus at 0 degrees of Leo in your career and reputation, opposite Pluto in the 4th house of home. Conflict between something and someone in the home and something in your career and reputation space is basically that. Or some woman in the workspace is really giving you a hard time about something going on in your home and private life. Pluto spills secrets. A family secret can be spilled, but does it involve a woman and does it involve your career space? I don't know. That looks like a hard one to parse, but you never know, especially given that this is kind of like relatively rare. You haven't experienced a Venus opposite Pluto in this part of your sky in your life yet. So could it be a family of origin secret that's getting revealed here? Possibly. How that impacts your career and reputation, I'm not sure though. Later on June 9th to the 12th, Venus, the benefic in your career space, I told you that's your career glow up, will come into a friction square with your marriage partnership house and business partnership and contracts. That's Jupiter, who's also about legal matters. So some kind of legal friction, contractual agreement friction with a marriage partner or just work partnership, work agreements, contracts, especially if it's a new job. Look for some tension there around the 9th to the 12th, but with Jupiter present and the North Node, it should all work out really, really well. And with Lord Mars protecting you in your work house, it all works out in the end. I think that you're going to find a very powerful feeling going on here between your chunky money house and Pluto in your real estate house on the 11th. This is like an opportunity to buy or sell, secure a mortgage, get a loan, or have a financial investment payoff, or some news about inheritances. That is that is just on the 11th. It's very short-lived. June the 14th to the 24th. There's an epicenter on the 19th, more exact. Jupiter will sextile Saturn. Now, Jupiter is luck and opportunity in the marriage house, so maybe the partner's luck, not yours. And it's sextiling Saturn in the 5th house. Of course, that's children. Even though this is not the best fertility transit, it could be news or lucky breaks around children. Your children have a lucky break or an event in their life, but your partner, your marriage partner as well. Saturn here can also be maybe something to do with your entrepreneurial business and creativity and projects, securing a agreement, a contract, a negotiation. Oh my God, book publisher wants my book, or a producer wants to produce my song, or something like that. And then on the 25th to the 29th of June, Mars will square Uranus. This is difficult. This is not easy. Never is it easy when this kind of sky shows up, but we have some beneficial elements because Mars is your Lord. He's in your career space with Venus sweetening him up. So the square is something unexpected. Now, it can be an unexpected contract negotiation or agreement regarding employment and job and career, or a shocking development in that area on the 25th to the 29th. But because Venus is with Mars in your 10th house of career, and because Jupiter's with Uranus, difficult and maybe unexpected as it is, it's actually beneficial in the long run. Similarly, a marriage type partner, a monogamous long-term business or love relationship partner may be having this unexpected development. And it may at first seem to clash with your own goals and reputation agenda, but it all has a silver lining, and it will work out to bring a lot more prosperity into an existing love and marriage relationship and from your career as well. And then finally, at the end of the month, we finish very strong. Saturn will move in a flow, or actually the sky will flow. Sun will move into a flowing trine with Saturn. And so will Mercury. Sun and Mercury will be traveling beside each other. They will have moved together. All right. The two of them, a dynamic duo, they will move together into the sign of Cancer. This is good for legal and court matters. This is good for shore and shores and travel, academic environments, and book publishing. As the Sun and Mercury move into this part of the sky, they form a flowing relationship with Saturn. And this is going to benefit you in terms of creative projects and publishing, in terms of leisure trips and travel to foreign lands, and especially for romance if you want, connection to good outcomes regarding children and grandchildren, announcements and things around those children things, especially potentially hearing you're going to have a grandchild if you're old enough for that. But Mercury also will go into on the last day of June, first day of July, into the Cazimi, the heart of the sun, in your ninth house. You can download a book idea. You can have a great insight or download regarding something to do with legal matters or foreign shores. You could have a very lucky event here. It's a luck house to do with foreign travel or academic environments, colleges and campuses, third marriages, and just all-purpose prosperity. Especially given that Cazimi is activating the money luck house from lottery wins. So some of you could even maybe win the lottery or receive some kind of financial benefit from an elder sibling as a result of this energy at the very last day of June and the first day of July. Thanks for listening. If you're new to my channel, I gave you the instructions earlier. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't miss a thing I do on YouTube because there's a lot of content, up to 30 videos a month, and you want to catch the wave. So please sign up for any of those possibilities. Thanks for listening, and I wish you the very best in June for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising.